Hi, welcome to the Expert Corner. I'm Michael Deere. Today we're going to answer some popular questions on Google about listening devices. I've had to answer these questions for 32 years and it's tough. I've heard a million things. Can a listening device hear through walls? Yet again, heard this for 30 years. I mean, it's like anything. If you're going to hear through a wall, all you're going to have is a amplified microphone. You know, it's not going to hear through a concrete wall. A lot of sheetrock walls are pretty hollow. You know, so there is a theory that with enough amplification, you could hear. You know, if you're talking feds, they'll be doing a tiny little pinhole through the wall that you'd never see. But can it? Yeah. Is it common? Probably not. So let's check out this next one, which is, can you detect listening devices? Yes, they've evolved a lot over the years. When I first started, it was simply a low frequency transmission that usually had a range of, 1,000 feet, half mile at best. They were illegal, I never sold them, but those were easily detected. But now it's evolved a lot where they can use the cellular network, they can use Bluetooth, they can use Wi-Fi. So there's a lot more advanced ways, and they can be detected with a good quality bug slash frequency detector. Of course, we sell several that we believe in wholeheartedly, but anything that's transmitting a frequency can be picked up with the proper gear. Let's take a look at the third one here. How small can a listening device be? Well, I mean, the truth is, I don't work in the government, so I don't know everything that is available to the government. But what I've seen out and about, and over the years, even 25 years ago, they were this big. Not the mic, but the whole thing with the transmitter, little antenna, and the battery. But back in those days, the battery really was the weak point, because they weren't as advanced as batteries today. So really it's a combination of things. If a bug can be wired into electricity, it can be smaller because it's scabbing power off of a existing power. If it's going to be placed with a battery, the battery typically will be larger than the transmitter itself, depending on how long they need that battery to go. But yeah, it definitely can be tiny. So let's take a look at this one. Can you block a listening device? In theory, you probably could. We don't sell anything because FCC violations, but there are what they call signal jammers. Unfortunately, they're becoming really prevalent on the internet these days because people can get them from offshore, off-site, and they're very interesting and can be quite creepy because they literally can block all frequencies within depending on how powerful and strong it is, within a radius, whether it's 100 feet, 200 feet, 500 feet, which criminals can use for lots of nefarious reasons. Obviously, knock down Wi-Fi cameras, listening devices, whatever that you're using. So, but they are illegal to sell and possess, like any listening device, basically. And this last one is, how long does a listening device last? That kind of dovetails on the question 2 ago. It boils down to if it can scab power from existing electrical, then it can last infinity. If it's a short-term placement, that depends on the battery size. Now, the batteries have advanced a tremendous amount, as everybody knows, with lithium batteries and things. So there's not a defined answer. It depends on who built it and what the power draw is and what size battery and where they can hide it. How big a battery can they get? So those are my answers here from the Expert Corner. Thanks a lot.